So, I mean, yeah, please take your turns from tomorrow and share your screens, because I want you guys to start sharing your screens. So yeah, Ramya, go ahead, share your screen, and we'll learn how to create users today.
Can you able to
Okay.
see my screen?
Yes, everybody can see Ramya's screen.
Yes.
Okay. So how to create a user in Salesforce, right? So you see the setup icon and you click on that, you go to the quick find, you're already on that page. Okay. So what you do is in the quick find, type in users on the left side. Type
What
user.
you told? What you told?
User. Please type user.
Yes.
Yes. And you see over there in the bottom, there is something called users in under the user management settings.
Is
Click
this
on that. Yes. Click on that, please. Okay. So this is the first step in order to create a user. Okay. You come to this user tab and you will see here there is one user called Ramya already created, which is the system admin, right? Because you guys created your own orgs. So you will be the system admin of your org. All right. Now, other three users that are there are just Salesforce created user, and these really do not matter. Okay, you can ignore these three users. Now, in the free org, because this is a developer edition, it is a free org that we are using to learn, right? So that's why we cannot create thousands and 2000s users. Okay, maximum users that we can create in this org, including the system admin, are 5. So what I can do, I can create a maximum of next four more users for my free org. Okay. So you have to keep this in mind because this is free. And if they had not, I mean, if they allow us to create 2000, 3000 user, why we need to purchase Salesforce, right? So yeah. And in real time, per user, per license, per month is going to cost $30, right? So if your company is creating your user, they will be paying $30 for you per month. Okay. Yeah, this is just for your reference. You don't need to know this. And now to create a user, you have 3 buttons here: reset password, add multiple user, and add one user, right? So we want to create one user at a time. So you can click on new user button on top or bottom, anything. It's the same.
the both are is the same?
Yes. Okay. Now, when you click on new user, you will see some fields over here which are highlighted in red color. Okay. Now, what does this mean? This means that these are the required fields. Without this field, you can not create a user. So you need to know for your certification. This is a question not asked in an interview. If they ask, yeah, that's fine. But mostly it will be asked in certification. What are the required fields on the user? So you need to no, these are the required fields that are marked in red color. These are the required fields. Okay. So what you do now is start typing in some details. Like you can put my name if you want. You've already created Ramya, right? So go ahead, create my user, Apoorva.
This
Or
one.
yeah,
Okay. I did not get your name.
Apoorva. You guys don't know my name? How many of
Yeah,
you don't know my name?
We know.
Okay. Apoorva. Yeah, because I put myself as Webshala BA. So my name is not Webshala BA. My name is Apoorva. Okay. And it's VA, Ramya.
VA.
Yes. Apoorva.
Oh,
V
last.
for victory. Yes.
Yes,
And
that one.
just put, yeah, and just put anything here you want. Put P or C or whatever you want. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because I have to explain you the spelling then if you can put Padiyar, Padiyar. Okay. Then put an email address. Email address should always be @ something. So go ahead,
Okay.
put that email address, whatever you want. Okay.
That's all.
At
With the
the
rate
rate, you put a proper email, no, like something gmail.com or something. It should be at least like it should look at least like a real email address.
automatically the nickname will be coming, or every
Yeah,
time.
automatically it will come. If you want, you can change it. You can put a nickname for me, and then yeah, and then you have title, you have company, department, division. Yeah, all these does not matter, but it's a good practice that when user creation is created, you can find out, what is the title of this user in the company. And obviously he's working in company called Facebook, so you can add company. Then which department is he? Salesforce department, or whatever department. You can put division like 1 2 3, whatever, right? So all these are not mandatory is what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's just like optional. Okay. And then on the right hand side are the most important required fields. So what are they, right? When I ask you this question in the next class, what are the required fields of the user? Even if you don't tell me first name, last name, I'll be happy. Okay. But if you tell me role, license, profile are the required fields, I'll know that, okay, you guys know what a user is, because the main important thing for a user is license. Okay, so this is where you guys have to understand the concept of license. What is license in Salesforce, right? In order to use the org, you need to have a license. License is like paying the amount, right? Like, so for instance, let's say you guys have to use one specific app, okay, WhatsApp. So do you need license to use WhatsApp? It's free of cost, right? You guys can just download and install and use it. But if I tell some application to pay and use, that is because you need to buy the license for that application. Then only you can use that application by paying, right? So that is what license is about. If you want to use the specific org or environment, you need to have a license. It's like an ID card to enter into your office, right? You can't enter to your office without ID card or biometrics, what you call. So license is like that. And when you click on the drop down of the license, could you please go ahead and click on drop down license? Click on it.
Which one?
Yeah. So here, if you see, you have user licenses. These are the total licenses that are available in Salesforce. Now, you guys don't need to know all the licenses available, right? I want you guys to learn what is Salesforce license, what is Salesforce platform license, chatter licenses. These three are the most important licenses in Salesforce. Others are like dummy. I mean, it's okay. If you know or don't know, nobody cares about it. Okay. So what is the Salesforce license? Okay, it is the most powerful license. Having this license called Salesforce license, can you highlight on that? Scroll down, please. There's
Sales
something called Salesforce.
Salesforce integration.
No, 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 just Salesforce,
Okay.
right? So sales, yeah, highlight on Salesforce, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the most powerful license. Okay. The Salesforce license is the most powerful license. What does this mean? This means that the person who has this license is almost equal to a system admin. Okay, they can do most of the work in Salesforce and they can see all the objects, right? Leads, account, contact, opportunity, every object they can see, custom object they can see. But in Salesforce platform license, there is one more license here called platform license. Can you click on it again? Yeah. So the Salesforce platform license is something which has limited compared to Salesforce license. Meaning, what is the limitation here? If I'm giving the license called Salesforce platform to Apoorva, then she can never work on leads. She can never work on opportunity. She can never work on campaigns, cases. So all these objects are invisible for this user. Even if we try, we cannot give the access to the person with this. Okay, understanding the difference between Salesforce and Salesforce license. Are you all clear? Salesforce platform and Salesforce license difference. This is the main difference.
Leads and another thing you told.
They can't work on leads,
Okay.
opportunities, cases, campaigns. Or rather, you go in that order, no? Campaigns, leads, opportunities, cases. They cannot see these objects. It's invisible for Salesforce platform. Understanding this?
Then what is the role of Salesforce platform?
So the very good question. So why do we need Salesforce platform license if they are not giving access to these objects? So let's assume that there is a person who is hired in the company just to maintain account and contact data. They have nothing to do with opportunity leads or anything, right? Only they need to manage the accounts. So then we can propose this guy a license called Salesforce platform because this person is hired only to work on accounts, right? So why does this person need overall access? So we can save up a Salesforce license and assign him platform license. Make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. But this decision of which license to assign does not come for an admin. Okay. This decision is usually made by architects who are in a higher level than you guys. Like admins cannot decide, okay, which license to assign. You need to consult your architect team for this when you're creating a user. You can get all these details from user, like first name, last name, nickname, title. This the information user can give you, but you cannot go to a user and ask which profile and license should I assign because they don't know what is profile and license. Understanding my point here?
Yes.
Okay, so now you guys know what is a license, right? So license is like you pay the money, you get the access to the feature in the org. That's what license is for. And I told you Salesforce is the most powerful license, which is usually given for all of your team, right? You guys will be working as admins, so you will get Salesforce license for sure. You can't get platform license and company expect you to work on admin activity, right? You can't do that. And then next, when you click on a license, you will see that profile gets dependent on the licenses. So choose a Salesforce license here for a moment. Select Salesforce license, Ramya.
That only no Salesforce.
Yeah. And now you see in the profiles what's happening. Click on the profiles.
This only.
So you are seeing different profiles for this license. Now let's understand what is a profile. Okay. Now, when you read this word profile, you all may think, okay, what profile is nothing but what do you call the summary of the user, right? Like if you guys ask me, Apoorva, what's your profile? I'll say, okay, I'm a Salesforce developer or I'm a Salesforce business analyst, right? That's what usually people think profile is. Okay. But in Salesforce, profile is not just a title given to a person or a designation given to a person. Okay. It controls the metadata access. Now, can you guys tell me what is metadata? We have spoken about this so much in our classes. What is metadata, guys?
Gives information on skeleton of the data.
It is a
Such as,
skeleton of the
right, such
Enter,
as,
enter name, enter country's name, or enter state's name, heading.
okay. What other thing can be categorized as metadata in Salesforce? Objects, fields, record types, page layouts. All this is data.
Metadata.
All this is metadata, right? So what is this profile doing? Okay, by selecting a profile in the back end, it is actually controlling the access of the metadata. That means just go ahead and select a profile here, anything that you want. Ramya, go ahead and select anything you want.
Yes, I have selected.
Okay. Now, what is this? Ramya has selected contract manager. So that means this person has, Apoorva is a contract manager and she has a Salesforce license and she's an active user. Okay. Let's assume this for now and scroll down. Scroll completely down. So here are some more required fields. As you see, which time zone does Apoorva work? IST is something that's chosen, but we can change this to anything we want. There are all the time zones mentioned here from, I don't know, from all over the world, right? So you can select which time zone, and I feel like IST is fine. Locale is nothing but which locality does she belong to, right? Like I may speak English and the Indian accent English, like that, right? Then we have the language. Language is nothing but, which language should the data be displayed for this user when they log into Salesforce. So by mistake, if you guys select Spanish or any other language, everything becomes Spanish in Salesforce and you may not know where to click, what to do. So yeah, don't experiment. Even if you experiment that, please enable your translators in the Google Chrome so that Google can translate XYZ language to English. Okay. So just click on language. I just want to show you what that means. So what I'm saying is if you select Chinese and save this, everything looks Chinese is what I'm saying. Okay. So you can try that offline and enable translators. I don't want to do that anyways. So these are the questions you have to ask the person, right? When you're creating the user details as admin, you need to ask these questions and do the setup accordingly. Okay. And then just for the sake of data integrity, you can put the manager also here. So Apoorva may be reporting to Ramya in the company, right? So Ramya should be a user in Salesforce. If Ramya is a user in Salesforce, I can look up to Ramya. So it's like a lookup relation, as you see. So can you click on the lookup icon next to manager Ramya? There's a lookup icon. No, not there. Lookup
This.
button. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, click on that. So here you see your name is there because you're the only other user in Salesforce who's active, right? So like that, if we have a list of users, I can search who is the manager of Apoorva and I can update. But Apoorva's manager should be in Salesforce. It can't be like I'll simply enter a data and it'll show, right? It's not like that. So you can update the manager data if needed here to maintain data integrity. All right, so close this box. Any questions so far on user creation before I show you something on the profile level?
Actually, if we did not create any manager here, any shortcut will be there to create from here.
Yeah, you have to create a user again.
No. Again, going back and creating, or we can create from here any shortcut.
No, that's the problem. Yeah, you don't have a shortcut. You need to go back, create a new user, come back here.
Okay. Not going for the back steps. Any shortcut is there? I was asking.
No, not there. Mm-hmm.
मैम
All
पर
right.
हम
So
ये
now
सिंगल बल्क में नहीं कर
Hmm.
सकते क्या यूजर क्रिएशन?
bulk में भी कर सकते हैं. That you saw right in the screen जहाँ पे we had new user and add multiple users option था वहाँ पे. So
ओके
bulk में अगर करना चाहते हो तो we have one more concept called data load. We haven't covered that yet. So उसमें हो जाएगा like data load कर सकते हैं आप.
ओके
ठीक है. So let's close this window and click on save for now. So save this user. I mean, close this window, right? Yeah, and then you have a save button. So click on save. And once you save, okay, you guys should be able to see that Apoorva is now a user in Salesforce who is active. And then you will see two things on top. One is the active checkbox. So can you go back up? Up, yeah. So here you need to observe few things very, very carefully. Okay. So you have active. Okay, active. And then you have a freeze button. Okay. So what is the difference between active and freeze? What do you guys think?
Like
What
freeze means stopping at that point. Active means you're active part. I mean, actively participate. I mean, doing the work or something like that.
No,
Active means user is active.
correct. That means user can log into Salesforce, right? He's active or she's active rather, right? If I make this person deactive, can this person log into Salesforce? No, they cannot. If I freeze this person, can they log into Salesforce? No, they cannot. So both are kind of the same thing, right? But what do you think can be the difference? Freezing a user means we're freezing off this user and saying this person cannot log in. Deactivating also means this person cannot log in, right? So then what's the difference?
Like
You can
deactivating
get.
is permanently deactivating the person, and freezing is stopping at that point, like here itself.
Yeah, that's acceptable. Yes, that's one of the differences. So when do you deactivate a person? When Apoorva leaves Facebook company, right? Then you can deactivate this person, because if you don't deactivate this person, she may go out and log in again and use all the company data, right? So you will deactivate her if she leaves the organization. But if Apoorva goes on a leave for a very long time, then she's still a part of the company, but you don't want her to use the data for some other reason. So you can freeze the user. Okay. But what difference does it make from a system point of view? Okay, this is very, very important. Please carefully listen. When you deactivate a user, okay, you are freeing up the license. Matlab, ye license free ho jayega. If you're freezing a user, the license is still held back for Apoorva. Now, how do you prove this? Right? So let's click on the users. Click on the user tab on the left, Ramya.
So yes, this.
Left. There is, it's highlighted, na? Users.
Okay.
Niche. Or niche. Yes, there. So when you click here, now what you can see two users are there who are active, Ramya and Apoorva. Okay. And which license do they belong to? Can you guess or identify which license? Not profile. Remember what I'm asking. License. Because you guys should be able to identify the license based on the profile with your experience. Okay, I mean today you'll identify because I taught you this very specifically, but going forward with your hands on, if I open any profile, you should be able to say, okay, this profile has this license, like that. Okay, you guys should be able to quickly say. That won't come in a day or two. As you guys practice more and more, in a week or 2 weeks you'll understand. Okay, but please learn this. Okay, which license has which profile? Learn this, it's good for you. Now you guys told me that these people have Salesforce license, right? Apoorva and Ramya have got Salesforce license. If I deactivate Apoorva, then I'm saying that one license will get free for Apoorva. Okay, so let's prove this, right? Let's see in the system where can we track the licenses. So in the free org, how many users can we create totally?
5.
5. So let's see, we should have 5 licenses in Salesforce. Okay, let's see that where that is. In order to find the license information, you need to go to quick find in the left side and type company information. So type in company information. So यहाँ पे you will see in the user license tab, scroll down, scroll, yeah. So here you'll see user license. What are the two important licenses that we have discussed? I think you're scrolling too down. Can you scroll up? User licenses. Yeah. So what are the two important licenses we have discussed or
Salesforce and
learned?
Salesforce
Salesforce and
platform.
Salesforce platform.
Yeah, Salesforce and Salesforce platform. Okay. Just 1 second. Huh? Yeah. So here, how many licenses are there for Salesforce? You have to scroll a bit up, Ramya.
2.
Yeah, total licenses are 2. You have to scroll up. I don't know why you're scrolling down. Yeah, so total licenses for Salesforce are how many? How many are there?
2.
2. How many are already used?
2.
So now can I create the third user with Salesforce license with the free org? I
No.
cannot. So what can I do? I can use the platform license, because how much is available in the platform license? 3.
3.
Right?
3.
So I can create 3 more users. So 2 plus 3 kitna ho gaya? 5. I can create total 5 users to practice and learn Salesforce. But in real time, this number will depend upon how much your company will pay to Salesforce to buy the license. Salesforce will give 5 users for free. Okay, when they purchase, right? But after that, your company will be paying for every user that is getting hired. Okay, if there are 2000 employees, they will buy 2000 licenses, and you can see over here total license 2000. Now if 2001 person is joining the company and they're telling you guys to create a user, you cannot, because there's no license. And that's where you guys need to go back and say, okay, license khatam ho gaya, right? Getting my point? Why are we doing this? Why are we
Please
checking?
repeat.
Yes.
What is it that you did not understand?
The license part.
So the license is basically the money you pay, right, to use the organization. If you don't have license, you cannot log into Salesforce. You cannot create a user in Salesforce. So right now we have created 2 users, and 2 users have Salesforce licenses. That's why you can see total licenses and used licenses are equal. If I want to create the third user using Salesforce license, I cannot create because they're consumed. Okay. Okay, now if I want to create another user,
Yes.
I can still create another user using platform license, क्योंकि उसमें I have 3 license available. Okay, I can still create other users in other licenses, but I really cannot use anything in Salesforce because they are not powerful licenses, right? If I give Chatter license, they can only use Chatter. What will I do using Chatter? Right? I don't want Chatter. I want powerful objects, right? I want lead, contact, account. Then what license I need? I need Salesforce or platform license. Okay, getting my point? Now talking about deactivating a user. Okay, keep this tab open. What's that, Ramya? And try to duplicate this tab, right? Do you know how to duplicate the tab from the
Oh,
browser?
I don't
So
know.
click on the
Right
browser
click.
and right click on the browser and duplicate the tab, right? There's a browser tab on top.
Yes.
Yeah, or yeah, just yeah, the browser tab on the top.
This I need to select or another
Not
tab.
that, not that. There's a company information tab, right? Yeah, right click on that. Yeah, there you see duplicate, right? Yeah. Yeah, now go back to the previous tab. Yeah. And now click on users. No, no, not this tab, the other tab. The other tab, home tab that you have opened.
Here I need to click users.
You go to home tab. Yeah, search for users. And what I want you to do is deactivate Apoorva. Select Apoorva's record.
Yes. I selected.
Not from the checkbox. Click on Apoorva, right? Click on Apoorva, edit Apoorva, and deactivate Apoorva. That's how you deactivate a person. So while she's doing this, the other question is, can you delete a user in Salesforce? You cannot. Okay, that's very important to know. You can never delete a user when you create a user. You only need to deactivate them. That's it. So there's a checkbox here, Ramya, just uncheck active. Third checkbox, uncheck that and save it.
Here it is coming like this. We have to
Yes,
click on OK.
yes.
Okay.
Click on OK and save it. So what did we do, guys? We deactivating a user. Okay, and what are we learning by deactivating a user? We're checking if the license is freeing up, right? So go back to the company information tab, Ramya, that you have already opened in the previous tab, and refresh the screen of company information, and you should see that. What should you see, guys? Tell before it loads. Nobody is telling only. Used license have become what?
One.
Deactivate.
One. Why is it become one?
Because it
Fast.
deactivated.
Deactivated.
There was two license. From one we deactivate. Na, so there is one showing.
Yeah. So that is what deactivating a user means. Understanding the meaning of deactivating. Deactivating a user means freeing up the license. The same thing now, if you go back and activate the user, you will see that used will become 2. Okay. So try this offline because it's going to take 2-3 clicks more. Okay. So that's what activating and deactivating means. The second thing, you cannot delete a user. Third thing, freezing a user means freezing them temporarily from Salesforce to login, and they will not free the license, right? License will still be used up if you are freezing the user. Only deactivating will free up the licenses. Okay, now understood.
Yes.
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 Okay, so then what else? What else? So yeah, I think we're good. This is what user creation is. One last thing we can just quickly check. So go back to the user tab, Ramya. And then click on the profile link, right? So this is contract manager profile. You see, not that. Right side, profile field,
This field.
profile ka field. Yeah, click on that now. So what did we say profile was? Profile is not just a designation, but it controls metadata security in Salesforce. And what is metadata? What are the
Object
things that come
fields.
under?
Objects,
Object
fields.
So if you see here, this is a very long page. Okay, I want you guys to read this page and come for tomorrow's class. Not everything you need not read line by line. I just want you to scan through the sections. So here you have different sections. See page layout section. Okay, keep scrolling. So you have like page layout section, you have record type section. Okay. Then you have tab section, object section, field section. So like that, if you see, this is a long list of things. And what we are telling or going to learn in this profile is how can a person's metadata security be controlled, right? So Apoorva is a person. She is assigned to a profile called contract manager. Now, in contract manager, there is some setting given over here, right? Like, let's say the object permission is read only for candidate. So what can Apoorva do? Apoorva can only read the candidate. She cannot edit, delete, create the candidate. I can control all that using profiles. Understanding this, you don't need to know like full detail as of today's class, but at high level, I'm saying why we need profiles in Salesforce to maintain metadata security, meaning we can control who can see what metadata and who can see how can we control their metadata access. Okay, got this.
Yes.
And then one more thing is one profile can have many users. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that make sense or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. One person can have many profiles. Does that make sense?
Yes.
No,
No.
right? Because in Salesforce, as you saw, you're creating one user, and one user ke liye you could only select one profile, right? Could you select 10 profiles for this Apoorva?
No.
But it
So
can be
the
selected
bottom line,
randomly.
what is that?
It can be selected randomly.
What can be
If I
selected randomly?
profiles.
No, it can't be selected randomly. It needs to be selected based on what access they need to get, right? So
So
we
we
need
can
to
change the
make those
profile, na?
users. Yeah, you can change. Yes. So one person can have only one profile, but one profile can have many users. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I think, yeah, those were the topics I wanted to make sure you guys are aware. So tomorrow we're going to go fully in detail of profiles. Okay. So any questions on user management? This
No.
is all the topic for user management, how to create a user and some of the things we learned, buttons and deactivate and license and all that. Yeah. Other than that, I have one activity question for you guys. You can like do it as assignment, like and tell me the answers tomorrow. Like if a person is trying to log into Salesforce and now they fail, okay, they're unable to log into Salesforce. What could be the possible reasons? I want you guys to find out this and let me know in tomorrow's session. We'll discuss. Did you get the question?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you tell me the question, what I asked?
The user is not able to log in their self ID
Hmm.
because his active flag is false.
That is one of the reasons. Correct. And he could be frozen. That could be one of the reasons. But like that, there could be many reasons. And I want you guys to find out what are the reasons you learned from wherever various sources. Because as admins, this is another activity you guys will get, right? Like somebody will be trying to log into Salesforce and they'll reach out to you guys and say, hey, I'm not able to log in. Now you need to help them, right? Because they're not able to log in. So what will you do as admins to debug that is what I'll teach you tomorrow. But before that, I want you guys to find out the reasons first, like why this person is not able to log into Salesforce. You know, there are various reasons. One is what Ayush said, right? Like, yeah, could be because of deactivate, or it could be because of frozen thing or whatever. So try to find this out. Yeah. You got the assignment, what you need to do, find out.
Yes.
Yeah, please come at least with 5 reasons, okay? I'll give you like 15 reasons, but I want you guys to come with 5 reasons. Okay. So I think that's all for today's class. If no questions, I'll wrap it up. And before we wrap it up, Ramya, you need to make me back the host so that I can stop the recording. Thank you.